dear students. My name is Nicole Diaz. This is my friend Anai Grande, and together we're going to be presenting Getting Involved on Campus. But you might be asking, we cannot be on campus. Well, I will answer your question or your doubt right now. Before starting the presentation, I want to let you know that we are in the distance learning mode. Yes, you might not be face to face with your professor, you might not be face to face with your mentor, or you might not be face to face with your advisor. But guess what? You still need this information for future semester, and still you have to be involved now online. Now and ever, you still have to speak with your advisor. You still have to speak with your mentor. Now is the time that you really get active if you really want to know how to manage online courses and how to not get overwhelmed with the situation. But get scared. We are here to help you. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about getting involved on campus. So let's start with this presentation. I will let you with my friend Anai, and she will be talking about student life. So stay in touch for the next slide.
Hi everyone, as Nicole mentioned, my name is Anai and we will be talking about how to get involved on campus. Even though for now we cannot get on campus, we're doing everything online, trying to manage our classes, but this will be helpful for future semesters because all of these opportunities are offered every semester and every year. So just take note and hopefully something we mentioned might interest you and might have you be looking forward to it. So our college experience goes beyond a classroom and taking some homework and test assignments. Most of our work, sure, it counts towards our grade, it counts towards us being able to graduate in a couple of years, but learning is also being done outside of class. We should engage in communicating with other clubs and activities, workshops, because that is also helping us develop our team building skills, our networking, our leadership skills, all these things that, sure, we learn about in class, but we must put them in practice when we go out there on campus and even into our communities. So in the next slide, Nicole is going to talk more about how the getting involved on campus is actually beneficial if you guys still don't believe us.
Thank you, Anai, for saying those wonderful explanations. Um, so now it's my turn to talk, right? So my part is why getting involved on campus? That's a good question. I know a lot of you might be asking that. So one thing, and I will tell you about my personal experience. I have been like in tree club, and usually it give you a lot of support, a lot of networking. I met wonderful people there, but also it gave you like certain skills that you will need it for your work environment. When you get to your job and you are giving them the resume, they see for they see if this student have been in class, if this student have been active. Why do they see this? Well, guess what? Because that said that that student have initiative. That student really go further of what is asking in class, and that's are the personality, the skills that people are looking for out there. So really take advantage of this opportunity. And also, it will help you a lot to graduate. Why is that? Well, because you have a support system, and that's one of the things that really helped me a lot. So take advantage of this opportunity, okay? There's a lot of club out there. There's a lot of things out there that can help you. But let's keep going. I will let you with my friend Anai. She have more information for you, so stay in tune.
On this slide, just take a moment to think about this. On this question, what are some ways to get involved on campus? Think of how you can get involved on campus eventually, and why would it be beneficial to you? And then go on to continue with this presentation. As Nicole mentioned, there's different reasons you might want to get involved on campus. And the question is, what are some ways to get involved on campus? So BCC offers over 35 clubs and organizations, and these clubs usually meet on Thursdays from 12 to 2 p.m. when we are allowed on campus, when we can go in and meet with other people. So currently, for now, we cannot do any of that, but as Nicole mentioned, this is something that you can be looking forward for next semester. So there's a club for almost everything. There's a writing club, there's a gardening club, there is an anime club. So these are things that you could be interested on and you could look forward later on. You could do some research on the BCC website on student life. But there's occasions where students say, well, I don't find a club that might interest me. I'm not interested on anything that's currently going on, and I want to create my own club. And that is possible. Students have created their own clubs. Recently, the first year program has created a new club for freshmen and non-freshman students to get connected and to get connected on campus. So there's possibility for creating a new club. There has been new clubs being created lately, and Nicole will give you more information on how to do that.
Thank you, Anai. Thank you for letting us know that information. It's pretty good. So, but what happened if there's club for everything, but there's not club for me? I want to create this club. I don't know. You might want to create a club for astronauts. That's good to know. You can do it. Creating your own club, you just need a minimum of 50 members and a faculty advisor. There in the slide, you will see more details about what do they mean with the 50 members and faculty advisor. But if you have more questions, you can ask your advisor, you can ask your mentor, and they will be gladly to help you. But this is the requirement in order to create a club. Look, this is a really nice opportunity, and it's really cool to do that. I remember that I went to a club for anime club, and there was a student who created all those clubs. So they're pretty cool, and you have a voice. You can say anything and what you want to say. So I will let you with my friend Anai, and let's keep rolling with these slides.
So far we have talked about how to get involved on campus with joining a club and how to create a club if you don't find one that interests you. But there's also different ways that you can get involved besides through clubs. So one way is through the student newspaper, the Communicator, and this is completely run by students. They have monthly issues produced, written, and edited by students, and you don't have to be a journalism major or English major for you to work with them. You could be literally any major and work as a reporter, an editor, or a photographer. Maybe you don't want to get involved as much with them like that, but you have a story to share, and that is also a way to work with them. All of you are going through this distance learning. We all are trying to figure out how to work with it, how to support each other, and that's something that we could share once we get back on campus, because it's definitely going to be a topic among all of us. There's also other stories that you could share with them. Our campus is very diverse. There's always something going on. There's workshops and events and new things going on that the Communicator is really good at bringing it forward to us. So maybe you want to share something with them and have us all read about it in every month.
Now for this next slide, we have Student Government Association, in other word SGA. This is really nice, and I usually recommend students to support this. These people advocate for students. Right now in this situation, we are having several issues. This is the people who say, look, student needs this. Student needs this situation. This is what is happening. They are the ones who are fighting for your rights in college, university, school in general. So pay attention to this. You can become part of it. It's really make a difference on campus. This is another way in which you can connect with people. Another way in can you say, you know what, I want to people hear my voice and I have something to say out there. So take advantage of this opportunity. It's pretty cool. I have met a lot of students who are in the Student Government Association, and usually they're wonderful students. They really have their goal in set, and if, especially if your major is, let's say, criminal justice, right? Or your major had to be more about speech, and you have to talk, you have to connect more with people. This is a great way of starting that skill. Remember, it's not only taking classes, it's not only reading a book. You also have to have the skill of real life. And you, a lot of students know that. You really need it. You know, this situation, now you need this skill. Now you will get that skill of technology and use it. It's a real thing that now we need it. So take advantage of this, okay?
As Nicole mentioned, the SGA is a really good way for you to start advocating for students, and you can run for their positions. Every year, there's some positions that come available, and you could really do a really good job at making a change on campus. But there's other ways also, and we have on-campus employment, and there's some benefits with these employments. And on this slide, we have a couple of examples. So the first one is the first year program peer mentoring. And that is exactly what we're doing, me and Nicole. We are first year program peer mentors, FYP peer mentors, and we work alongside faculty and advisors. And I really can't say that I haven't seen anything similar to this because we get to go in class and work with the students, work with the faculty, meaning professors, and we also get to meet with students outside of class and work with them in any needs that they have. Either academic or issues like finding personal counseling, learning how to use financially, how to file for it, learning how to use Qniverse and Blackboard and all these things that we are required to use now. That is what we're working on, me and Nicole, with a lot of our students. Many of our students are especially freshmen because we work directly with those that are incoming freshman students that are coming straight from high school or coming back after many years of not attending school, and everything is very new to everyone. It was definitely new to all of us when we first went into BCC, but over time we have gained experience and we want to give back to the community. So there are some requirements. One of the things you have to have is a 3.0 GPA, among many other things. But keep checking your BCC email because that's how I found out about this opportunity, by checking my email, completing the application, going on an interview, and I have made a lot of good friends among other peer mentors, and I've gained a lot of advice through all the different professors that I have worked with, and even within the office, the advisors, they have been really helpful. There's something else as well. There's tutoring and supplemental instructors. So you can become a tutor or a supplemental instructor for different classes. If you're good and proficient at history or chemistry, biology, math, and statistics, all of these other classes like computer science, and you got a B or higher in your class, you have good grades, you maintain a 3.0 GPA at least, then you are welcome to become a tutor. You can get paid for this. And the difference between tutoring and supplemental instructors is that tutors meet with individual students in a lab like Learning Commons or the Writing Center, and they sit with them and work through problems and how to understand topics better, how to better their paper or how to pass a test. But supplementary instructors, they are assigned to a class, kind of like a teacher assistant, a TA. And these classes are usually high risk courses like Bio 23 or chemistry or math 23. They're high risk courses, which means that many students struggle with them. But the supplemental instructor will be there to sit with them in class, learn with them in class, and then meet with them after class and kind of discuss the topics in more detail to prepare them for other classes and for future exams to avoid having students fail. Um, there's also Get Psyched, and Get Psyched is for students pursuing a degree in social sciences like psychology, human services, anything that has to do with mental health or advocating for others. If you plan to work for Get Psyched, you must have a 2.5 GPA. But I would have to say with this, it's a really good experience, even though I was never part of Get Psyched, but I wish I was. I learned about it a little too late, but being now a hunter, being a psych major, I can see the importance of having internships in an associate level, and that is taken for granted. That is something that many say, oh, I don't need that. I just need to graduate. I need to transfer over to another college. But if you have the opportunity of having a paid internship at an associate level and gaining experience in doing research and tabling for important causes like battling depression and anxiety, helping other students on campus and around the community, that is a really good start at an early stage of your college career. And once you transfer over, that will carry on, and it will really speak well about you and about how you started at an early stage with taking part on other things besides just coming to class and completing your work. It's more than just doing that, as Nicole mentioned. And last, we have federal work study, and students must enroll and register for at least 6 credits before applying for federal work study. So you must have taken a couple of classes, maybe 2 or 3 or more. And the way you do federal work study is that you apply for it once you are applying for financial aid in TAP. There's a separate application within this, and you want to make sure that you apply when you're doing your financial aid because it's on a first come first serve basis. So many students do apply for it, and not all of them get a position within the campus right away because it's a lot of applications. But that doesn't take away from being able to apply. You can apply and you can be called on in a couple of weeks or a couple of months as workers are needed at different offices. In the FYP office, we have a couple of work studies that help at the front desk and help us mentors, helping other students that come on our office and ask for help, and they're gaining that experience from that. So we are definitely a help to our community on campus, but all of these opportunities are also helping us because they're helping us develop work skills. They're helping us be leaders, learn how to be professionals, helping us build our resumes, figure out our careers, have advice from others that already are in the field. Just like me, I'm looking to apply for a master's eventually, and all this networking that I have been exposed to in the FYP program.
Helping us find some jobs. I think that's a really wonderful information. And I can tell you my own experience being a mentor. It has been wonderful and it has been provided me a lot of experience. Right now, for example, I have grown as talking, presenting. Right now it's a voiceover, but you know there are a lot of men who had to present every week. That's a skill that not everybody have, and that this job is providing you. That you might need it a lot for your general job and even for other classes that you had to present. Also, I have met a lot of professors, which I usually had to work with them, and it's have been wonderful. But let's talk about another topic now. Honor society. Wow, what is honor society? So usually this society provide you with different opportunities and they have a requirement to get there. So as the name said, honor society, you need certain GPA in order to get to the honor society. We have the Phi Theta Kappa, the Alpha Beta Gamma, the Tau Alpha Pi, and the Chi Alpha Epsilon. Yes, their name are pretty weird and you can read it there. But usually some of them recognize students from different majors. If you see this one, the one that is Alpha P, it recognizes students in science technology. Usually this one, the GPA that I require sometimes is 3.5 and above, or 3.4 and above. If you want more information, you can go to the main page, Bronx Community College, and it provides you with more information and even their phone number. I want to now that you become more independent, because guess what? You have to start doing this. We are now in the distance learning mode, and you have to now search for the information. You have to now be active. So this is a good way to be started. Look for more information about this honor society, and usually they provide you a lot of scholarship. You can have it also in your resume, and it will look good it will look good in your resume when you're asking for a job. Also, you will connect with people also there, so it's a wonderful experience. They usually have conference to other states also, so take advantage of this. Okay. One thing that I want to tell you is that some of this honor society, they ask for certain amount of money, but not too much, and it's for your whole life. Okay, it's just one money for your whole life, so you don't have to pay every year or every month. One pay and that's it. I just letting you know so you have that in mind also. But this is a better thing to invest, so you can get the opportunity from there. Okay, so I will let you with my friend Anai.
As Nicole mentioned, the honor societies are really important. I had applied for Pi Theta Kappa, and they're a really good team because you are a member for life, as Nicole mentioned, and there might be an application fee, but that could be waived if you talk to the representatives of the honor societies. But there's other ways also to get involved on campus, and the last one, but not least, is being involved in athletics. So BCC has a number of men and women athletic teams. Men have teams of baseball, basketball, and soccer, and women have volleyball and basketball. And you can either become part of the team, become part of the Broncos, or you can become an spectator and join them at their games once we're back on campus, once we are all getting over on campus again. You could go onto the Ohio field. They're always having games there for baseball and soccer, or you could attend the events for volleyball and basketball at the student gym. There's also a new renovated pool, and we might be looking at new sports like swimming teams. So that is something that you can look forward to. You can get involved in the different types of ways. As we have mentioned, we have clubs, we have the communicator, the SCA, teams, different employment opportunities. There's a little bit of everything, and if you have questions about how to join on some of these things, you could contact your peer mentor, you could contact your advisor, as Nicole had mentioned in the first place. We are all open to hearing you out and helping you transfer back once we go back on campus in the fall. But throughout this time, just stay in contact. And that is the best way to keep on going throughout this rough time.
As you know, if you have any question, you can ask your mentor, you can ask your advisor, you can ask your professor. Okay, you remember, you are not alone in here, and you have our support. We are in this together, and we're going to overcome this situation. um, we are really glad that we did the presentation for you, for all of you students. Me and Anai, we are here to support you. We are here to be with you. Keep in touch, and also read your emails. Okay, read your emails. Keep seeing Blackboard. You will need that information. Okay, so see you. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe in your house, and keep in touch for the next presentation. Let's see what we have for the next week. Bye.